Shalom. Shalom and welcome. This is Man's Final Steps, a continuing series to those who would be among the ranks of the 144,000 and multitude mentioned in Revelations chapter 7 and 14. Today is December 25th, 2013. My name is Symmanayah, and this segment is entitled Grips and Strongholds. Freedom will rise. Grips and strongholds, freedom will rise. My brothers and sisters, allow me to begin with this. Revelation 1:8 reads, I am the Aleph and the Taw, beginning and end, says Yahuwah, who is and who was and who is to come, the Almighty. Revelation 21:6, and he said to me, it is done. I am the Aleph and the Taw, the beginning and the end. To the one who thirsts, I shall give of the fountain of water of life without payment. John chapter 1 verses 1 through 4 reads, in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with Elohim, and the Word was Elohim. He was in the beginning with Elohim. All came to be through him, and without him not even one came to be that came to be. In him was life, and the life was the light of men. John 1:14 dropping down says, and the Word became flesh and pitched his tent among us, and we saw his esteem as an only brought forth of a Father, complete in favor and truth. That was John 1:14. Acts 7:48 reads, however, the Most High does not dwell in dwellings made with hands, as the prophet says. Acts 17:24 reads, Yahuwah, who made the world and all that is in it, this one being master of heaven and earth, does not dwell in dwellings made with hands. Ephesians 3:17 reads, and the Messiah might dwell in your hearts through belief, having become rooted and grounded in love. That was Ephesians 3:17. Colossians 3:16 reads, let the word of Messiah dwell in you richly, teaching and admonishing one another in all wisdom, singing with pleasure in your hearts to the Master in psalms and songs of praise and spiritual songs. 2 Corinthians 3:17 reads, now Yahuwah is the Spirit, and where the Spirit of Yahuwah is, there is freedom. Galatians 5:13 reads, for you, brothers, have been called to freedom, only do not use freedom as an occasion for the flesh, but through love serve one another. My brothers and sisters, we have been equipped with life and life everlasting by our restored union with the Almighty Father Yahuwah, through Yahushua HaMashiach, our Messiah. I submit to you the freedom we possess is consistent with the Spirit of Yahushua's ability to guide us as he sees fit and function within the constraints and the consistency of his word. Many think liberty and freedom means that I can do whatever I want, and the benefits and or consequences are mine to deal with. This position is erroneous and wicked. It is evil. What we do affects others, affects the body of one. While we are instructed to worship and obey as well as pray without ceasing, the wicked one desires to place grips and strongholds on us. These grips and strongholds come in many ways, shapes, and forms, from unbelief to rebellion, and in between. We have witnessed some overtaken by delusions, distractions, misinterpretations of scriptures, along with many other wicked things in an effort to lay hold on us and take a toll on our journey. Freedom will rise, my brothers and sisters. The 144,000 multitude who will come out of the great tribulation will fulfill all that is written and more. There are many details which we do not see in scriptures but that are consistent with the righteous guidance and will be consistent with the righteous guidance of the Spirit of Yahushua. We will be freed from grips and strongholds. We will walk with precision and obedience as guided by the Spirit of Yahushua. We will come to realize grips and strongholds from personal habits and behaviors to friends, co-workers, acquaintances, family members, and more. We will come to realize the things that lay hold on us. And in identifying, we will witness the strength of the Spirit of Yahushua within us bring about freedom. Freedom. For freedom will rise, but not without a price. Are you willing to pay up? Are you willing to choose which direction to move? Usually when one thing is removed from one's life, another comes, sometimes for the better. But be mindful, beware, because sometimes something more stronger can come in an effort to distract and cause you to rebel. Pray and watch. Pray and seek to be able to discern the difference between right and wrong. In the simplest of things we do rest grips and strongholds, of which many of us have become so used to, we will be hard pressed to admit their existence. Pray on these matters, my brothers and sisters. The things we are unaware do not make us exempt. Thus we will get it right through the refining process which lies ahead. It's time to ask yourself, what would you be willing to let go, walk away from, and or release? It's time to discover what will be necessary to bring these earthen vessels into obedience to the Spirit of Yahushua. Commands and orders are one thing most of us will struggle with. As we discern and understand, adjust and adapt, we will come to realize what must be accomplished in these bodies out of obedience and direction from the words of the Spirit of Yahushua. I invite you to consider an exercise. Write down only two of your most precious possessions. Next, pick 3 different people and ask them what do they think are your 2 most prized possessions. Reflect on their answers. Reflect on the results and discover what work must be done regarding release and or coming away from such. Believe it or not, there will be no grips and strongholds that are successful in stopping what will come to be. My brothers and sisters, the 144,000 in multitude, there will be nothing that can stop. Not even hospitals, prisons, or those that are homebound will be affected by the call, will be held back by the orders. Be encouraged, my brothers and sisters. There are indeed many details to consider along this journey. They are complex in nature, and they will pose a challenge to us. But be encouraged. The Most High will, through the power and might of his righteousness, through his set-apart spirit that he sent in Yahushua's name, will deliver us, will free us, and freedom will rise. Be encouraged, my brothers and sisters. There are indeed details along this journey. We will receive righteous and living guidance with all the proofs necessary for fulfilling what is written regarding end times, regarding scriptures. Until next time, my brothers and sisters, consider all that is occurring and count it as school in a refining process. Count it as a process that will deliver us from grips and strongholds. Count it as a time where we can expect to witness freedom and see indeed that freedom will rise. The freedom of the Spirit of the Most Righteous flowing in us, through us, one towards another, as the 144,000 in multitude are gathered. Until next time, stay tuned as this series, Man's Final Steps, continues. Shalom, my brothers and sisters. Shalom, shalom, shalom.